Hey everyone, it's Darla. Today we're focusing on chevron nails. Here's a few that I have designed. We're going to duplicate the pink and the white one today. There's a couple ways that we can go about creating this look. Using the GelMoment styling strips is the first one. You can leave them on the nail for a graphic look. Even to achieve a chevron, you're simply going to stick them on the nail, coat with Clearly Frisky, cure, and you're good to go. But today we're going to be creating the chevron, just using them as a tool, but actually getting the graphic look with polish. So you're just going to peel them off the paper with tweezers. I like to stick them on my hand just to get rid of some of the stickiness. They are really sticky because they are meant to be worn on the nail. So once that stickiness is worn off just a bit, you're going to stick them on the nail. You can do a single, you can do a double, and create the thickness of line you want. On this example nail, you'll see the top one is a double, the bottom is a single. So you can see the different size that you can achieve using the styling strips. They're themselves quite thin, so you can get a really super fine line if you like. The second option, and the one I'm going to be using today, is simply using scotch tape. So again, I like to remove some of the stickiness just so that it's not super hard to remove from the nail. So just sticking against the back of my hand a couple times, and again using scissors to just trim off the tear strip just so that we have a really nice straight edge. And we're going to cut two strips, just one for each side of the nail, and you'll see how I line up the tape just up the blade of the scissor so they are basically the same size. Then the fun part, you get to create the shape that you want. I put champagne toast down on the nail. We're going to be creating that see-through kind of chevron look today. So that is just one coat of champagne toast, and we are going to place the tape to create, you can make it as wide, as narrow, as thick or thin as you want, just cutting and placing the tape to achieve the exact look that you're going for. So that is my chevron shape. I'm doing one single chevron on the nail, and then I'm going to be splitting the nail with two different colors. So the bottom is going to be I Pink You. And just like you would normally apply the polish, starting at the cuticle and pulling it up towards the tape, keep in mind this is scotch tape, so nothing is going to seep through. You want basically a barrier between your base coat, which in this case is champagne toast, and the color that you're painting on. So something that isn't waterproof would allow the paint to seep through, so we don't want that. The top is going to be lovey-dovey. So pink on the bottom. When we peel off those strips, it's going to show through the champagne toast, and then the top is lovey-dovey. So just getting that polish right up against the tape. If you're finding that you're doing a more precise chevron, something smaller, you can definitely use a brush from the Creativity set. They come in all different sizes, so the really fine brushes work great for this too. So this is the trick. You want to peel the tape or the styling strip off before you cure. Because if you try to cure and then peel it off, it pulls the polish off and it will come off in chunks, and we don't want that. There's a little bit of lovey-dovey that I'm not happy with. I want a super sharp point. So just touching it up with my cuticle pusher, just removing that polish. Keep in mind the champagne toast is cured, so it's fine under there. And gonna cure that for 45 seconds. So that is our first cure done. Everything is set. Going back in with those same colors, so going back in with I Pink You, starting at the base, we're just adding a second layer of polish to make it nice and smooth, nice and opaque. Again, I'm just using the brush on the GelMoment polish, but if you're finding that it's a little bit too thick for you, use something with a finer tip and you'll be able to get nice, precise polish applications. The polish too is self-leveling, so keep in mind if you think it's looking streaky and you can't totally smooth it out, if you just let it set and settle, it will come out looking smooth, so no worries there. And of course, when we're done this nail art, we're going to be topping with Clearly Frisky, and that always saves the day. Never count yourself out until you've applied that final coat of Clearly Frisky and it just all comes together. So on the tip now, going in with lovey-dovey, which you can tell is much loved in my home. It is almost empty. I need to get myself a new bottle. So making sure it's all perfect and exactly how I want it, curing again for 45 seconds. And now for that final step, the magic of Clearly Frisky. It is just going to pull everything together, I promise you. Not only is it going to add a layer of protection, I mean, we just spent some time creating some beautiful nail art, so let's protect it. Add 1 coat of Clearly Frisky. As you can see already, it adds a ton of shine and it pulls everything together and makes everything look seamless and perfect. So you would cure that again for 45 seconds and you have created a chevron nail. So to show you a few more examples, here are the other ones I had created. A wide versus narrow with the styling strips, a really wide tape application, and then a touch narrower. Thank you so much for being here. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.